Hey guys, Joel here, and welcome back to an episode. So today I just wanted to talk about real quick, I like to take a little break from the Let's Plays and everything like that with Madison. But I just wanted to talk about with Xbox, because this is another thing I wanted to talk about that, what was it? I think it was like, actually no, this was more recent. Yeah, this was something from last week I wanted to talk about and everything like that. And it was an article I read that people was talking about with Xbox and like how, they're like dying now and everything like that, and it's not looking good for them. The future's not looking good for them, and it's like they're more focused on this Game Pass shit and pretty much having their games being played everywhere and not really having no exclusives anymore, because not a lot of the exclusives are going to be on PlayStation now and everything like that, and then a lot of them you can just play anytime on PC, and everything like that. So I really wanted to talk a little bit about this, and also talk about my thoughts, I should say, with Xbox, with Microsoft, I should say, as a whole, and when I used to have an Xbox console, well, I still do now, but when I used to be more of a, I would say, kind of loyal to Xbox back then, I would say, yeah, like I would say a huge fan of Xbox, I would say that, but yeah, so I'm not happy, with what's going on, what Xbox is doing. I still feel like to this day, like I mentioned this already, and I know some people have commented and made this, the bunch of like ass kisses for Microsoft and shit, and they talked against what I was talking about with Game Pass and everything like that, and then make it seem like I don't want people to save money and everything like that, which is not the case. With Game Pass, what I was talking about that time in that video, I was talking about like how I feel like with that is it kind of messes it up for like physical games, like physical, like pretty much like pushing physical and everything with the physical era, I should say, like the future, I should say, not the era, but the future of physical gaming and everything like that, where everything is just going to be digital, where a lot of people, that have Xbox is more focused on Game Pass and not really buying physical games anymore, because they can just pay a subscription fee monthly to Microsoft and play these games for free, and then that's it, and then when they're done with it, then that's it. They're not like they're going to buy the game. They'll beat it, uninstall it, then just download another one on Game Pass and beat it and uninstall it, and that's it, and not really buying games. And even a lot of people was talking about online that they said when it comes to like Xbox, the majority of like Xbox owners don't buy physical games, and I can see that, I can agree with that. I mean, I don't really know anybody with Xbox, only like maybe one. Actually, no, two people I would say with Xbox, with the series and everything like that, and that's all they talk about is Game Pass. So, like, and think in my head, like, do you guys buy physical games? Like, is everything? It's just you pay a monthly, there's monthly fees to Microsoft, and that's it. Like, come on, like, like buy more physical games and everything like that. So, to support it, and make these companies know that there's a lot of people who still want physical, and and not to phase this stuff out, because if they see that, and a lot of people is mostly focused on digital and Game Pass and all this stuff and these subscription services, what do you think they're going to be pushing? They're going to be pushing that, so that's the reason why I don't like it. Yes, it can be good in some ways with Game Pass and everything like that. I know some people use it to like kind of like test out a game in a way. It's kind of like, you could say, like playing like a demo in a way and seeing if you like it, and then you can go out and buy the physical game. Some people do that, but it's not much people doing that. It's not that many. Most of the people that have Xbox is just only gonna use Game Pass. They're only gonna download the games on there, play them, uninstall it, and download some other ones, play them, uninstall it, and not buy them. And the thing is, what a lot of them were saying, I couldn't understand, but what's the rush? A lot of people saying, oh, like why buy these games at full price if you can just play it on Game Pass or whatever like that. And the thing is, you don't need to buy the full price. All you have to do is one thing, and that is wait. That's what I've been doing, and that's how I've been getting a lot of these games that's like super cheap or whatever like that. Even on the Switch. Look how long I waited to get back a Switch and everything like that. And now the Switch 2 is out, which honestly is a great thing for me, because a lot of these games are now much more cheaper now on the Switch. The Switch 1 games, I should say, and also the Switch 1's console is much cheaper to get for anybody who's looking to get it. So so all you have to do is wait, and you're able to get these stuff for good deals. But I feel like a lot of people now, especially here in this country, is like they just can't wait. It's like something new comes out, they want to rush and get it. I don't understand what's that about. Like why rush out to just buy the latest things for, which is not always the greatest, especially in this modern era. Majority of shit is not the greatest, especially when it comes to games and everything. So all you have to do is wait. Like, I don't know what's the rush with this. Wait, you get a good deal. Wait during Black Friday, you know, during the holiday times, whatever, Christmas time. You can get Cyber Monday. You can get sometimes spring deals to be having. You can get, like, what's the rush of these games? Like, there's so many other games to play, you know? And I know that these people have a lot of games. Like, look at all the games I have. You know, why should I be rushing out, you know, to get something, a new game or whatever like that, when I have plenty of stuff here that I haven't even touched yet or even beaten yet or whatever like that, you know? So that's the reason why, you know, like, I feel like is like, it's just stupid to say that, you know? It's just stupid to say that. Like, I don't see the point of that, because yeah, you're saving money, you're not buying games at full price, but you can always wait until it's on sale, you know? There's no rush for it. You have plenty of other games to play and shit, you know? So I don't like that. But you know, so I feel like, you know, with Game Pass, I feel like that's what's ruining, to me, in my opinion, ruining Xbox and everything, and that's why the company is only pushing that, I notice, and I don't like that. You know, this has to be more to it. You know, because back then, everything during like the 360 and era, they was pushing more games and everything like that. It was really like, you know, they were really like on it, you know, everything like that. They was pushing for a lot of like great games and exclusives to be in the 360 at the time. They was also trying to get a lot of Japanese developers to start making some JRPGs on Xbox and everything at the time. And now I feel like all that stuff is gone now. Everything is just more focused on this Game Pass shit and being able to play your games wherever, you know. And I don't, and not having any exclusive anymore because they're available wherever now, you know, on any other device now, any other console, I should say. And I don't like that form, you know. Like, I think that's something bad. I feel like Microsoft doesn't know what the hell they're doing right now, so they're like, whatever. And everything is just all about money, you know. So they pretty much know how to act because of a lot of people who have Game Pass, so they're getting all this money, you know, monthly from all these people that have subscribed to it. And I was like, they don't give a shit anymore, you know. As long as they're just making the money off the Game Pass, they don't care about, you know, making games great again or making Xbox consoles great again or anything like that. Like, no, you know. And the thing is, I don't really want to bash Xbox only because all consoles are like this right now from every different company. You name it. It's Nintendo, same shit. I mean, yes, I like the Nintendo Switch. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've actually been on it more than my PS4 lately and everything. I've mostly been playing my PS2 actually. My PS2, my Switch more than the PS4 lately. But doesn't mean that I'm, you know, jumping on, like, you know, hopping on Nintendo's dick now and everything like that. Like, no, you know. So it's not like that, you know. And also it's like the same thing with Sony. Same thing, you know, same bullshit with them. So, you know, so it's like you know, I'm not kissing any of their asses or whatever like that, you know, like trying to like side with with one company over the other. Like, no, like, they're all doing bad right now and everything like that. A lot of these companies now are just money hungry. They're not really making good games anymore. A lot of these games have become woke and all this other crap, you know, which is why I'm very happy that I don't have any of these current consoles right now, because I don't want to have to deal with that shit and everything. But they're all doing bad, you know, all of them, you know. So I'm not just bashing Xbox, you know. The same thing with Sony. I mean, same thing with the PlayStation. Same thing with the Switch, you know. And I don't know what's happening. Like, if things are gonna improve in the future, I don't see it. Honestly, I feel like it's just really bad right now with the gaming industry, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with it in the future to come, you know. And that's what I'm worried about and everything. That's the reason why I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stay over here and just play my older games and enjoy it. And hopefully in the future things will get better. Maybe the next generation of consoles will be better. Maybe we'll have better games for it. I don't know. You know, so because they're already talking about the next gen already, because these consoles with their series and the PS5 has been like what, 4 or 5 years now, which I still can't believe. Like, it was just yesterday. But you know, so I am not missing out on anything. And it's crazy because I've always had every generation, you know, of consoles back then, you know, like, you know, you name it. From, well, I'll just start with what I was able to buy on my own, I should say. And that was actually, no, the 360 I did not get on my own. But it was the Xbox One and the PS4 I have got. Those are the two I got on my own. But with the 360, you know, I had that. So in that generation, I had the 360. Well, let's go back to the PS1. So that generation, I had the PS1. The following generation, I had the PS2. Then the generation after that was the 360. Then after that was the Xbox One. And then after that, I feel like, you know, the Xbox One, it was not good and everything. And it didn't have no, like, much good games I was interested in. And a lot of my friends also was on the PlayStation. So I got the PS4. And then that was it. Oh, and also the Switch. And then that was it, you know. So pretty much the Switch was the last, like, you would say, modern console that I got you know, and everything else I don't care about, you know. So yeah, so it's just crazy because I don't see anything interesting that these other consoles can offer right now, you know. The Switch 2 I'm not even gonna include because it just came out and is not looking good, you know, with that console. I don't really like what they're doing with this whole game key shit and everything like that. That's another issue right there. You know, that's another issue in its own that I could talk about in a separate video. But with the Xbox and with the Series, I should say, the Series X and the PS5, I don't see anything of interest in the two. Honestly, if I was to get a current gen, it would honestly be the Series X because I don't like Sony. I can't stand them. I hate what they've done. I don't like what they've done with my PS4. I'm still saying it to this day, like, you know, it's a great console and everything like that. And, you know, and I mean, some companies are still making games for it, but I feel like, you know, like Sony, like they could have done more with the console. They should have continued work with it. That's just my opinion. Like the PS5, I still don't see a reason for it. Like there's nothing good on it. Barely any exclusives on it. I hate the design of that shit. The Series X doesn't look any better, but at least it looks, I don't know, I'd say this is a simple design, but I'll still take that any day over how the PS5. I don't like that console. I hate the way it looks. One of the ugliest things I've ever seen, and that shit is huge. Like I seen it in GameStop one time. Like that's how big that shit is. Like damn. Like imagine having that crap in your house. Like you know, like I don't like it. The Xbox is also the Series X is also big, but it's not that huge. It's pretty much like I would say like an Amazon box, like painted black. That's what it looks like to me. You know, a little slice right there in the bottom, whatever you put the disc and everything. You know, but if I was to get one, a current gen, it would be the Series X, honestly. But I'm not interested in any other consoles right now, and definitely not the PS5. I should say I'm not interested in the Series X, I should say, and everything. But it's crazy, you know. Like I said with Game Pass, I feel like, you know, that's just messing things up. You know, messing things up. I don't think things are gonna change. What's it? Also, another thing I don't like is a lot of these online only games and these subscription things and all this other stuff. I know there's some people, like there's some movement called like Stop Killing Games, consumer movement that's been going on and everything. I have heard about it, and I've saw a video like not too long ago actually on well, like probably I want to say like probably an hour ago on YouTube and everything. I saw somebody was talking about it and everything like that, and I'm all on board for that. You know, I'm all on board for that. You know, especially with a lot of these online games that they kill and there's no way to play them anymore, which I hate. You know, so it sucks. And it also sucks because, you know, I recently got back a 360 and I would love to play Halo Reach on there, but the servers are closed, you know, so I can only play, at least you can still play offline, but still, you know. And I really don't like PC gaming, honestly, but I don't know. You know, I might just have to just continue playing Halo Reach on there, but I really don't like to play on PC. And yeah, man, this just sucks. That's all I gotta say. It's just really sucks, like, because I've been thinking about it a lot, and it's like, damn, I really do miss the old days of, you know, of gaming and everything like that. But let's keep it on the subject of Xbox though. I miss the 360. Like I really do miss that era and everything like that. It was just so good. I miss like when you could have avatars. I don't really know. I'm 100% sure they got rid of that. I'm not gonna ask the question, but I already know they got rid of that feature in the Series X and everything like that. So I do miss that. I miss when you were able to buy clothes for them, unlock them in games and everything for your avatar. I miss the online community back then because it was just much more fun and so much easier to like meet friends and everything like that, you know. And you know, I mean, it was toxic back then, but I feel like it was way worse now, you know. And it's much harder to like really make friends online, you know, and everything. So I made like one, well, it didn't even last long, but it was like one friend I made when I was playing Texas Chainsaw and everything the other day, like probably like 2 months ago or whatever, 3 months ago or whatever like that. And but then he disappeared. He just disappeared. He seemed cool and everything like that, but he never had a mic. So I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna talk, you know. And I don't like this whole messaging back and forth shit, you know. Like there's the features here for a reason. Use it, you know. Turn your mic, you know, plug your mic and turn on and talk, you know. So yeah, so it's just crazy, but anyways, you know, like I just really miss that. I just really miss that era, you know. Like with the online game, it was just much more fun. And, you know, I miss GTA 4 on the 360. I mean, I know the servers I already know is still up. You can still play it on 360 and everything like that. But it's not gonna feel the same anymore, I believe. I don't even know if it's like a lot of people still playing on it, but in a way I did get the 360 back for nostalgia as well, you know, because it was one of my last, you could say, best console eras, you know, of ever, you know. And It just sucks, you know. Like I used to be big on Xbox, you know, starting with the 360, and after that I moved over to the Xbox One, which wasn't all that good, and then I went to the PS4, you know. But I really do miss that era. It was just so great, you know. And I feel like after the 360, that's been it for Xbox. They haven't been the same since, you know. Like the Xbox One really like ruined them. Like this, like, it was so much damage done to their name, and pretty much with the Series X hasn't, you know, done anything better for them. You know, they haven't recovered, I should say, from it. You know, but like the 360 was, man, it was just so good. You know, but now Xbox is all about Game Pass and shit now, and then not really making good games anymore, or having exclusives, I should say, whatever like that. You know, they're just pushing the Game Pass and their games anywhere bullshit. That's it. That's their new motto. And yeah, it's just not the same, you know. But the time I used to love Xbox, man, I really was a really huge fan with it, starting with 360. Well, I should say only with 360. Started with it and only with them, because I was the only great consoles I would say they had. I can't really talk on Xbox, the original Xbox One, I'm gonna just call it, because I never had it. So yeah, but I've heard good things about it, but I never had it back then, so I can't really say. You know, I can only go from my perspective what I've had, and from the Xbox console I've had the 360 is the best one, and everything like that. But yeah, like those days ain't gonna come back. I don't think so. I mean, I would love it, but I don't see it happening, guys. I don't see it happening. But yeah, there's a lot of games I want to get for the 360 as well. Like there's a lot of games I have on my list to get, single player games, of course, that I'm looking to get. Some games I used to have back then, for the, like some JRPGs I used to have back then, I want to get back for it. Like Lost Odyssey is one. That was such a great one that I had back then on 360, and I beat it. Really good game. I highly recommend it. I think it's also on PC, so if any of you guys prefer playing on there, you can. Blue Dragon, another great one. So yeah, and yeah, so Xbox not the same anymore, you know. But like I said, I was considering it with the Series X, but like nah, like just because of the online, because I really do miss that, and I feel like you know, I wanted to get that, like that feeling again, nostalgia again, like from the 360 era of online gaming, making good friends online. But I don't think that I would have that same experience if I was to get it. And honestly, it's really expensive. I would look at the price, I'm like, hell freaking no. I spend no damn $600-700 on a damn console. Hell no. Hell no. If it was like 350 at max, yeah, probably. But yeah, and that's it. But I don't need anything else right now. I have so many consoles right now and many games to work with, so I don't really care. It was just more of like I guess I was thinking about the 360 and stuff, and the nostalgia behind it, and thinking about online games at the time and how much I loved it. I mean, how much I had fun with it and making good friends. That's why I thought about it. But like I said, this is a whole different era now, a whole different generation. I don't see it's gonna be the same. But yeah, and that's it. I know I talked about the things, but this all pertains to Xbox and everything like that. But and with their Game Pass, because this was before Game Pass, so this was a great time, you know, with the 360 and everything like that. Because they started Game Pass. Did they start it with Xbox One, or was it after that? Did they start that like directly on on the Series X? That's what I want to know. I don't think it was on Xbox. Well, at the time when I had Xbox One, they weren't pushing it. I think it was during the ending of his lifespan is when they came out with the Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken. And at that time, I didn't have one anymore. I was been over that already, and had the PS4, you know, and enjoying that, still enjoying it. But the 360 didn't have to deal with that crap, you know, because that's not the model they was pushing. That's not what it was on the agenda and everything like that. It was about making great games, having great exclusives, and also having a lot of these Japanese developers make great JRPGs and exclusive JRPGs as well on the 360. Because Lost Odyssey, well, not exclusive anymore because this is on PC. Blue Dragon, I believe, is still an exclusive on the 360. And what's the other one? Infinite Undiscovery. I think that's another one that's exclusive that I'm actually interested in getting back. I never beat the game, but I had it back then on the 360. So yeah, so they had some great games, some great bangers back then on the 360. And now, what does Series X have? I can't even think of anything. Maybe they have something, maybe one or two. I don't know. I don't really look up modern games nowadays, so I don't know. But you guys let me know. Anybody who has a Series X, you let me know what you know with that, because I know they have two models, the Series S. At the time, I was like, oh, the Series X is better. I like how it looks. It's much more thinner. It looks lighter and everything. But that's a digital only version. Like, oh, come on. You know, that's another thing I hate with these consoles doing with this digital only shit. We're getting removing the disc drives. I hate that crap. Really hate that shit. So I don't know what's gonna happen with the next generation of consoles. Like, are they still gonna have a disc drive? I hope so. But if not, I don't care because I don't need to get anything new. I just stick with what I have, and if I want to get anything new or play online, I just have no choice but to go to Steam, and all that. But yeah, but the Series X it did look nicer to me. It just sucks that it doesn't have a disc drive and everything. But yeah, but anyways, guys, that's it. Is have my little talk here about the Xbox and everything like that, reminiscing about it. Kind of makes me sad just thinking about it, but I do miss those years. And the 360 was such a great console, man. Like, I really miss it. Really miss it. Like I said, I have it back, but it's not gonna feel the same now in 2025, as opposed to how it was back in the 2000s and everything like that, the late 2000s. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Yeah, so enough reminiscing about it and everything like that. But I was currently looking on online on Reddit, whatever like that, to see what else games that had the online service still in the 360 that I'll be interested in getting back and everything like that. So yeah, some person told me that the Halo 3, their server is still up, which I don't get why, if Halo Reach is closed and that is a newer game. So I don't think that's true, but I don't know. You guys let me know. I don't know about the Gears of War games, if those servers are still up and everything like that. I do have one of them, right here. Actually, no, sorry, this is in front of it, right here, Gears of War 3. But yeah, so I wonder if Halo 4 the servers are still up. Even though this is from 343, like when it was Bungie, it was way better and everything like that. But yeah, man. I don't know, but miss those days, man. But we'll see. We'll see what I can do. If not, I guess I could just play these games on Steam and everything like that. Especially Left 4 Dead 2. Oh my god, I had such a blast with that game in the 360 back then, man. It was so fun playing that with friends. Miss those days so much. But yeah, I wonder how the online community is for that on Steam. But anyways, guys, so hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think with the whole Game Pass. Do you really think that this is what's ruining Microsoft right now, or like why the Xbox is not doing well, even though PS5 is not doing well either? Sony's not doing well either, I should say. And and do you think it's what's ruining this, like the physical media and everything like that? Or what do you guys think of the Series X? What do you guys think of all the Xbox consoles from throughout the generations as a whole? You guys thought of it, which one's your favorites? I don't know. Just let me know down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time for another episode. Take care.